Hey everyone, welcome back to Not Your Normal Guy, a show where we discuss the cultural impact of media. And today, well, we've got a lot going on in the nation, don't we? My students have been staying at home for 3 days now, and today was my last day working at school, to return sometime in April, I think, maybe. I don't really know. We're all a little understandably on edge. As much as I revel in being the cynical reviewer that I am, and believe me, I do revel in it, I wanted to release something a bit more positive out there in the world today to make the coronavirus a bit more bearable for us all. I think the biggest thing we can do to combat this fear is pray, read your Bible, rest in God, call your neighbor, and care for those who are not around you. Maybe give food to a shelter if you're still getting paid. God is big enough to shoulder our worries, and I'm glad to trust in him. But after you've prayed and done your part to stay away from people, we all would like some solid entertainment options. So here are some YouTubers who I think can help dance and sing you through this crisis. Okay, they don't dance and sing. Most of them just talk. But the stuff they talk about is funny or interesting or captivating or horrifying or fascinating. You get the idea. I know you know the big ones. Lindsay Ellis, ContraPoints, Drew Gooden, Danny Gonzalez, Shoe on Head, Hillsong, Bethel Music, or Desiring God. And yes, I have very varied interests. I'm sorry if that offends you. I like to understand people who don't think just like me. But there are some smaller creators that I think deserve a bit more recognition, and you might really enjoy them while you are searching for something to fill the void while you look at the four walls of your living room. This is also your chance to get in on the action. Comment your favorite tubers down below so all the rest of us can give them a shot also. I want to send a shout out to my friend Chris who inspired this post. His Twitter page is full of random neat life quotes, and he graciously included me on a Twitter list that he made. So I thought I'd take his lead and call out some other creators who people may not have heard of. Before we get started, this channel turns you into a Disney fan, even though we're not talking about Disney today. So hit that subscribe button down below to prove all the people that you love Mickey Mouse. But for now, sit back, relax, and forget about your problems. Let's talk about a few creators that you can check out to, well, check out. These are the top 10 creators that I love and believe are underappreciated, in no particular order. It was really hard to narrow down this list, but if I have learned anything from Jenny Nicholson, it's that the people really like a numbered list.
Numbered list.
Numbered list and some kind of numbered list.
So here are my top 15, okay, I lied before, creators that I absolutely love. Speaking of a numbered list, number 20 is, okay, I lied again, Jenny Nicholson.
Make noise? I thought they always made noise. What? I'm never using one of these again.
Who else could make an hour-long video on Pandora, the world of Avatar, interesting?
But it's basically just a zoo. It's a zoo with highly themed, really cool areas, but it's a zoo.
I mean it. I have watched this one video more times than I would care to admit. The first couple videos I watched of Jenny's, I could not figure out if she just hated everything or if she was funny.
So instead of letting this film fail with dignity and be forgotten by most people, I'm gonna cruelly drag it back into consciousness and dissect all the reasons that I think it didn't work.
I kind of thought she was a horrible, mean person, but I just couldn't stop watching, and soon her brand of sarcasm grew on me like a wart on the side of my neck. She's apparently a part of the bread tubers, a term I hate most heartily as it's a highly political term, which isn't a problem, it's just Jenny's channel is very much not political. If you like theme parks or movies or just fun things with a sarcastic tinge, you will love Jenny.
It's not fair to your brother, Remy. No wonder your relationship is so broken.
19. Board Game Picnic. Why are more people not subscribing to this channel? Board Game Picnic is an incredible channel with beautiful production values. As the name says, he reviews board games. It's pretty straightforward. He hasn't uploaded in about a year though. Check out his channel if you're interested in board games. Maybe we can get him posting again. I think the quality and edits are worth a second look, and obviously some people are watching, they just aren't subscribing. Maybe we can change that. 18. Loverboy Media. In a YouTube atmosphere with so many sarcastic, self-deprecating people, I would know I'm one of them, check out Loverboy Media. Loverboy Media reviews movies, and his shtick is all movies that he loves and why he loves them. Check him out for a well-needed dose of positivity while you're sitting in the house waiting out this virus.
Guests was sent here by Lord Farquaad, and wait a minute, Lord Farquaad? It's in a movie for kids. That's amazing.
17. J. Longbone. Do you hate it when movies and TV shows use feminism and woke ideology to get an in with you? So does this creator, and her hatred is absolutely hilarious, especially when she rails against the CW's Batwoman
and leaving 2 children to die after a car crash. What?
or The Wolves of Wall Street,
Deficit editing? Ooh, look at that building. But that moon, though. That building got hips. And that moon, well, the sweet suffering.
or the new live-action Beauty and the Beast.
You don't understand how hard it was psyching myself up to watch this moving cardboard every morning. It was like pushing Chris Christie uphill with a bendy straw.
I'm so thankful to Say Goodnight Kevin for introducing her content to me.
Total travesty. Should never happen under any circumstances.
Speaking of, number 16, Say Goodnight Kevin. It is not unusual for creators to review Christian movies. I mean, Christian movies are some of the low-hanging fruit of the industry. But what happens when a libertarian Christian reviews Christian movies? Well, pretty much the same thing, but that does not make it bad. I always get a kick out of Kevin's radio voice.
To talk about it, this is going to be technically a spoiler-free review, but if you're just like, Kevin, I don't want to know anything about this movie, maybe don't watch.
His upbeat attitude, his production value is great, and he just seems like an overall wonderful guy, helped by the fact that he's Check him out, subscribe, and tell him I sent ya. He doesn't know who I am, but who cares, right?
So grab your popcorn, let's get ready for my review of Courageous.
15. Play content.
Now that I've seen Birds of Prey, does it meet this criteria? Yes. That's all we got time for today, folks. Thanks for watching.
If you like comic book movies,
have we got a show for you?
You will love Connor's interesting, fast, and quick-witted reviews of your favorite animated media. He has made his way through so many comic adaptations into film and television that it makes my head spin. I'm not nearly as dorky as he is.
Not at all.
Play content is wickedly underrated. I mean, his sexy accent alone should get him at least 1,000 views on each video.
Yet never attempt to prove that Aquaman, who by the way publicly endorsed this film's portrayal of Atlanteans, is actually cool.
Hop to it, people. 14. The Diz Unplugged. I'm an unabashed Diz Unplugged fan. I found their videos years ago, around 2014 or so, while I was looking for how to plan a cheap Disney vacation. They talked about money-saving strategies, and I was hooked. Since then, I have watched almost every one of their main podcasts, and they have added a ton to their weekly lineups. This channel is now a full-stocked arsenal of Disney information. You want info about hotels? It's there. Restaurants? It's there. Disney Plus? It's there too. Theme parks? Honey, it's all there. Plus, they also host the Diz Boards, basically a dedicated Reddit page for every question or article you could think of about Disney World. If you are planning a vacation sometime outside of 2020, I suppose, and need help, these are the people to call, watch, or follow on social media. Check them out. You won't be sad you did. 13. Patrick H. Willems is like if Lindsay Ellis and ContraPoints had a baby. He's creative, he's informative, he plans his videos out like a mastermind, and he builds fascinating storylines around a simple movie review.
Patrick, what are you doing here?
How much have you had to drink?
I love his work and wish to be the Disney-fied version of him someday when I grow up.
But I also know that a lot of people have just dismissed them as those dumb car movies and don't bother with them, and I understand that.
12. Joe the Disney Guy. Joe is my inspiration, except for some reason he doesn't make videos as often as he used to, and I wish he would get a better background. Not that I have any room to talk with my 224 subscribers to his 4,000, but I digress. Joe started out his channel by reviewing every Disney movie in order, much like I am. I did not steal this idea from him though. I started my reviews and then a plethora of Disney reviewers popped up on my feed. So my point is we're different. We're different, okay? I didn't just steal his channel. We're different. We're different. 11. Jill BEARUP.
This is stuff you like, and we're not really going to bother with a non-spoilery summary of The Last Jedi Beyond. I loved it, and I have all the feelings. Let me share them with you.
If I could be half as smart, half as badass, have half the accent...
If you talk of tales, so farewell.
Ah, what, Kate? My tongue in your tail. Come now, good Kate. I am a gentleman.
Or half the hair of Jill BEARUP, my life would be as close to perfect as a person in need of the savior could be. If Jill posts a video, I watch it. She posts less often than she used to, but every single time it's informative and fun. Even her hair tutorials, which, let's just face the facts, I have very little need of, are quite entertaining and always enjoyable. I only found Jill after her Channel Awesome days.
It's Channel Awesome Day!
And I'm quite happy about that. However, her old videos are good and cheery, just like she is. Also, they are short and to the point, so don't be afraid to check this channel out.
For years I've done all kinds of shows, some with singing, why, who knows?
10. Maggie Mayfish. I feel like I disagree with Maggie on a lot of things, and yet somehow I always see where she is coming from.
If you watch footage of a megachurch sermon, which has more in common with a massive country music concert than it does with the humble teachings of Jesus, it's easy to see why a downtrodden person might walk into this event, see all the glitz and glam, and think, this pastor must be onto something.
You remember how I said it's not uncommon for people to review Christian movies because they are low-hanging fruit? Yeah, Maggie is one of those reviewers. And she has given several Christian movies a good rogering. I think there are some semantics that get in the way of her understanding maybe the differences between, say, the prosperity gospel and other forms of evangelical Christianity that are not all about money.
And I hope it lands on you with massive good news. That he came to be bread, not mainly give bread.
But I think her criticisms of Christian media usually still stand.
Kirk Cameron is incapable of even conceiving of a place beyond the material realm. There's absolutely no spirituality in Saving Christmas. There is only the material. There is no mystery, only convoluted false logic. No supreme power of God, only the power of money and what it can buy you.
She is smart and has crazy sharp wit. Check her out and see what you think. 9. City Beautiful. This is my favorite channel. I'm not kidding. This is my new Lindsay Ellis. You guys, I love City Beautiful. This channel is all about city building and the factors that cause and caused our cities to become what they are today. If you've ever wondered why the suburbs are a thing, he has the answer. Why don't more cities have subways? He answers that. If you've ever had any questions related to any kind of city building, he finds a way to both entertain and educate. He edutains me. He is my veritable Epcot. I newly love this channel, and you should too. 8. Kevin Lynch.
Hey, it's a musical Monday. It's musical Monday.
If you like musical theater, this is the man for you. Kevin Lynch is a musical mastermind. He is a music director for many actual musical productions, and he can play songs out of thin air in a way that makes me fume with jealousy.
There's an octave jump, like Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And now those figures just happen everywhere. And then I meet the wizard, what I've waited for since birth. And again, Stephen Schwartz really loves these frickin' sus chords. They're everywhere.
He is funny and has a great voice, along with tips on appropriate songs for auditions and just general musical knowledge, both of the art form and of the singing ability. He is worth looking into and enjoying, especially if you are someone who will find yourself at multiple auditions in the future, or if you just like to watch different kinds of musical shows.
Of course he will propose.
Holy
Number 7, Antonella and Sarah.
Friends, we need to talk about tomatoes.
It is a shame that Nella doesn't have a bigger channel. What else can I say about Nella's channel? Well, Nella likes maps.
Over here is the ocean and crap. Down here is the Gulf and things. Land, just that big old land. We got some badly drawn Great Lakes up here. Canada and Stoof. Around here is Mount Rushmore, and over in this area where I didn't have any room is where the West and San Diego is like over here in this corner off the map. So, America.
Like, seriously likes maps. If you like maps and you enjoy anything related to maps, or if you would like to hear an amazingly fascinating tale about tomatoes, 15 minutes that thrilled me to my very core, you want to check out Antonella's channel. She is the perfect mix of Lindsay Ellis and City Beautiful, which is oddly a kind of perfect mixture.
He just wanted to end famine in Soviet Russia. My poor, beautiful Soviet son! Lysenko. Curse you, Stalin!
That has nothing to do with tomatoes. I just have a lot of feelings about Soviet botanists.
Number 6, KAYLEE ALYSSA HINEN.
Questions? Mickey, get out of that box!
I hope I said that right. This girl is hilarious. She tells crazy stories and creates amazing videos. She is loud and upsetting and over the top and everything you would want in a mukbang and more. Find her channel and check out her brand of crazy. You are in for a trip.
These invasive, trespassing, vile creatures have come for me. These spiders will know my name.
Number 5, FilmJoy. I owe a huge debt of gratitude as it already stands to FilmJoy. Some of my biggest videos have been because they basically distribute them in a way through their official Lessons Animation Taught Us playlist. But beyond that, FilmJoy has some remarkable and uplifting videos. All are of Mikey watching and reviewing movies, but he does it in a very different way than most. These videos are well made and he always has good points to make. I, of course, always love his Lessons Animation Taught Us videos also. He is truly a mad genius and I don't hate him for that.
I mean, I'm just a single sack of existential and entirely exhausted meat space, same as you. Together, well, then we're something great.
Number 4, Jess Lambert. Tell these next two girls that I did send you down into their comments. These are two of my all-time favorite creators, and their channels are both criminally underrated. Jess is reviewing every Disney movie ever, and I am here for it. And when I say every Disney movie ever, I mean it. Every movie Disney has ever produced is being reviewed by Jess. There are so many, and it's very hard to keep up with, but that also means that you will never run out of Disney content on YouTube. Cup half full, people. I think Jess is reviewing the Disney movies of the 1990s right now, so millennials, you're just in time for the Renaissance. Subscribe and move on to another one of my favorite creators. 3, Rachel's Reviews is another great channel. I originally found Rachel's channel because she was reviewing also Disney's animated classics, but Rachel has moved now more into reviewing Hallmark movies in addition to her podcast Hallmarkies. She always finds a silver lining in movies, and that is what makes her reviews so different and special. I love to hear from her in any capacity. She has now also become a certified film reviewer because she's absolutely amazing, and you will think she is amazing too.
And number 1, I have Up. It's my favorite. I know a lot of people think, oh, it's just the first 10 minutes. I disagree.
Number 2, Musical Hell. Have you ever wished you could send a movie, especially a bad musical movie, to hell where it would suffer for all eternity? Diva of Musical Hell makes this a reality. I'm not going to tell you any more. Subscribe to her channel to find out.
We're supposed to hate Natalie for coming in and spilling poisonous words in Allie's ear, but really, I'm more inclined to side with her out of the 3 characters.
Number 1, Olivia KATHRYN.
Hey, welcome to the video.
Is one of my favorite creators. She's very much along the vein of other commentary creators like Drew Gooden, but is maybe a bit more random than that. She started as a 21 Pilots stan.
Hi, my name's Olivia, and I don't matter on YouTube,
but has diversified into other content. She is also a Christian.
She's
but that has very little to do with her content until she has been awake until crackhead hours.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are crackhead hours.
And starts hallucinating that Walt Disney's body will be the Antichrist. 13 minutes that changed my life and that you deserve to see, which is why I posted it above and below. Definitely go check out her content.
It doesn't matter. Your information, your face, it's out there. Give it up. You lost privilege to it. It's not your face anymore. It's our face. Give it. It's my turn to have the face.
And that is the end of my little list. All the links to all these channels are down in the description. If one of them sounded interesting to you, go check them out. Comment who you're gonna go look at next. Remember to like and subscribe and not to cough on other people like the heathens you are. I'll see you again soon. And please, take care of yourselves.